Hey guys, welcome back to Commenting on Comments, where I read your comments and then I comment on them live on this show of Commenting on Comments. Without further ado, let's roll that intro and get on with some comments. That sounded a little aggressive. I apologize for that. But anyway, our first comment here is from Red Yo World, and he says, "Is it me or that the ads are much longer and you can't skip?" That's fucked. I have non-skippables turned off. You can only get the skipped ads, I thought. Unless they're pulling the wool over my eyes again, those sons of bitches. Take It says, "Can't you buy a cheap ATX case and stab your hard drive motherboard in there and get a half-decent video card? I did it with my Plex server." You know what? I'm actually thinking about doing that, but I don't need to buy an ATX case because I got the Lian Li sitting right over there. And I've been actually debating on ripping the shit out of that XPS 8300 because that micro ATX form factor is bunk, and slapping it into a full-size case because, like, the processor's not too bad. It's a 2nd gen i7. You know, it's got 16 gigs of RAM. It only has 2 hard drives, an SSD and a HDD. Yeah. And it would be probably more beneficiary to it to have more space and more room where I can put a better video card on it. That, or I might retire the 9000, put that downstairs on the TV because it's meant to be an HTPC, take the 8300, move it over to the 9000's position, and build myself a new gaming rig, something that's just stupid quick. All thoughts. We'll figure it out later on as we go. Tommy NC2010 says, "Hey man, you know, I think it would be really funny if you did an impression from Trailer Park Boys. Maybe you doing Ricky or doing Julian or Bubbles at some point. And you know, I think it is really funny because you know you're a big fan of Trailer Park Boys. But I wasn't saying that would be pretty awesome. What do you think?" I try not to think, bud. I was told never to think. Atlantic Midnight says, "The problem with Apple is they think they are the only game in town, and they act like they innovate everything and that everything's a brand new invention. That 3D touch thing they put on the new iPhone 6 Plus, okay, that's probably cool. I don't see a use for it, but it's probably cool. But then again, I don't use my cell phone like a lot of people do. Like, you know when you're walking around and you see the cell zombs everywhere? Or the Selbies, or the cell zombies, or whatever you want to call them. I call them cell zombs. You know, they're all around everywhere, and they're walking, but they're like this, with their phones, and they're fucking taking in information while stepping into traffic, and yeah, that's a problem. I'm not like that with my phone. At the Hortons, I usually leave it in my pocket unless I'm wearing my skinny jeans and wish I had an iPhone so I could leave it in my pocket. I'm kidding, I don't have skinny jeans, I'm just fat, and, you know, baggy jeans are skinny on me. But, no, seriously, I never take my phone out of my pocket. Like in the winter when I'm wearing a jacket, my phone stays in my jacket. I don't take it out because I find it's ignorant. If you're going for coffee with a friend and you're sitting there and your friend is fucking face deep in his phone like fucking, and then I'm just like, you know what, why the fuck am I here? I could be at home being productive, doing something, but I came out for coffee to socialize and you can't keep your fucking beak out of your phone for 2 seconds. Cell phones have made people stupid and boring a lot and step into traffic and get injured. But yeah, you're right about Apple. You're right about Apple. They think they own the world, and they don't. They're in a losing race. The 6 Plus might get them a little bit more cred, but come on. Jetwash F8 says, "Input lag can also happen on a console. If your TV is too large and a bit older, you'll get input lag from TV converting the image to slow. That's why you got to go on your TV and either set it to game mode or no post-processing. That's what does it. Like, for instance, my TV downstairs, the 55-inch. With the computer on it, if I have it on any mode but game, it starts post-processing the screen. Like, it wants to do 120 hertz, and that takes time. So you move the mouse, and then the mouse moves, like, almost a half a second after. It's pretty bad. But when you're watching a TV show, it doesn't matter because you're getting the TV show and the sound, everything, it's all timed perfectly, so it works." 82 Diesel says, "Adam, you would hate driving in San Francisco. The cyclists here have a lot of attitude, pedestrians too. But it's the assholes on their bikes that instigate a lot of road rage and traffic accidents. Sounds like our eco-peds here. Hey, eco-ped push." Mr. Rasmus thinks, "I think that old hairstyle was really boss." Go fuck yourself. You don't. You're lying. You're just trying to set me up, bud. It suits you, man. Stop! You look like some kind of 1970s zero fucks given French mobster with that do. Bob's your uncle says, That hair was awesome as fuck. You gotta grow it back. What the fuck's the matter with you guys? Scotty Matt says, sorry to hear your wee cat is AWOL. Hope she turns up okay. She turned up, but she was pretty fucked up, but she'll get better. J Murray01 says, I'm loving the Throwback Thursdays. COBZX11? Fucking loving the Throwback Thursdays, bud. I have been subscribed since late 2012, so a lot of these I've never seen. But even when you start showing ones that I have seen, it'll be good to watch them again. See, Obi, did you read that? You heard, right? Okay, we're cool? Olio says, put the music back on, fuck's sakes. J Murray01 says, out of curiosity, what is that thing sitting on the parcel shelf at the end of the video? Well, I checked out that video, and I think what you're referring to is that black box with the dink in the back. That's actually a cigarette-powered FM transmitter for an iPhone. But I don't own an iPhone, and I don't know why I left it in there. I should just get rid of it, give it to someone who has an old iPhone or an iPod Touch or something that they want to use in their car, because it doesn't work for me anymore. Jonathan Hall says, do you have pictures of your pickup truck? I wish I did. When I had the pickup truck, it was, what phone did I have back then? Probably the iPhone 3GS. And yeah, it was the iPhone 3GS. And I never had pictures of, well, I had pictures of my truck on there. And I know I did a video about that truck. No, I didn't, because I wasn't YouTubing at that time. But it was the iPhone 3GS. And I know I took pictures of it because when I sold it, I used Kijiji app on the iPhone to put it on the internet. So yeah. Fuck, I regret selling that truck. That truck was mint. Needed work, but it was awesome to drive. Marcel Saint-Jean says, if I would have had a partner, I would have drove. Oh, he's talking about his pickup truck. I'm thinking of keeping it. If I would sell it, I would have nothing to drive when I go back to Sudbury. That's a good idea, actually, bud. You know, that way there, you got a vehicle that owes you nothing. You can park it over, probably park it over at Gasoline's. He's probably cool with that. You know, and when you go back to Sudbury, you just jump in your own truck and do what you gotta do. Ram Tough 2007 says, what are you doing this weekend, Adam? Probably working. Anna says, hey, what's your plans for vacation? I don't know. I just gotta find out when we're gonna have a vacation, because I'm out of vacation time. So I guess my next vacation is when they decide to pull a plug on me at work. And then I don't know what it's gonna be. I'd like to go to friggin' like Dominican or Mexico or Cuba or something, but going by yourself probably sucks. Novi Dali says, hi Vloggin Life, I would like to know if you can help me. I'm trying to make my PS3 camera work on my computer with Windows 7. Do you know what free driver I need to make it work? I'd probably Google search that using the Sony what do they call it, the i camera or the Iris camera, I can't remember now. But I'd probably Google search it and see what people are using, but I think a generic webcam driver would work, mainly because like I've plugged the Logitech C270 into the PlayStation 3 and it worked fine. I plugged the Microsoft LifeCam 5000 into the PS3 and it worked fine. Mind you, with the Microsoft LifeCam 5000, if any of you have that camera, you know what I'm about to talk about. It's got this lovely little Sony autofocusing problem where if the scene changes too much, everything gets blurry, everything gets sharp. Scene changes, blurry, sharp. It's like it's got to focus every time you move your freaking head too much. That's garbage. And it does that on the PlayStation 3 as well. So, yeah, that camera was bunk from day one. The Welder 7018 says, why don't you bring back your Fro? You fucking serious? Did you see me in those videos? Did you see that fucking popple on top of my head? The reason why I don't bring back the Fro is because now I can cut my hair at home and I don't have to go out to a stylist to get it done. That's the reason why I don't bring back the Fro. That when this hair gets too thick, the head starts heating up. It's like having a permanent toque on your head. It sucks. And people, that's all we got for this episode of Commenting on Comments. And hopefully you enjoyed watching Commenting on Comments this time around. If you have any comments you want commented on, just comment on one of the videos. And if I can comment on it, I'll comment on it on the next Commenting on Comments. Until then, peace the frig out.